Hey guys, it is Christina. I am back from I disappeared for a long time. I have been life has happened. I have been so ridiculously, boringly busy that I have not had time to do anything. I have not hardly diamond painted. I did do this big section here. I'll show you at the end of the video. I am working on a custom for my mother for Christmas. I did do one big section on this, but it was done in 2 days. So 2 days out of how long have I been missing? A long time. So it's not some giant, I have been, I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm distracted. Anyway, I'm going to do a paint with me. I'm sitting here. I've been watching abstract crafters videos because I am so far behind on videos that I'm literally picking people and just watching videos that I've missed because I haven't had time to YouTube either. So, here we are. This picture is a picture of my grandparents on their wedding day. Let's see if I can show you this. Like that. It's kind of dark, but that is them. It's got a lot of, I almost stuck this to the glue. It's got a lot of white cream colors like you see here for the background. So that's basically what I am working with. That almost made me panic a little bit. I didn't realize I was sticking it to the glue, and I totally was. So, I have a new little pin that I got on Etsy. I put a Huican gripper on it. Let me put it back together so you can actually see what it looks like. I don't know. This is the top. I take the top off. So, it looks like this. Let me turn this off. There we go. So it looks like this. Is my light not? Okay. So it looks like this. Has this little flamingo thing on top of it. Has a little cap. So you take the cap off. And I liked it because it doesn't have much of a tip, which means the control's going to be good on it. It's like a... It has a texture to it. It's not super slick. It's kind of, I don't know what you would call it. But I take this little flamingo thing off so it doesn't bother me. And then the cap, obviously. And I've been enjoying this. I got it on Etsy. They only had one. I kind of wish they would have had more because I would have bought more. But that is what I'm using currently. Let me turn back my light on. I would have bought another one because I am one of those people that when I like something, I always want a backup of it just in case. That turned my light off. Okay. I don't need that light so close anymore. I don't know why I'm like that. I think I inherited it from my grandma because she was like that too. The same grandma that is in this picture. This is the grandpa that I was telling you guys about, that when I started bawling. It's not my grandma that recently passed away. I don't have much of that side of my family's photos digitally. They're all buried in my grandma's drawers, in storage and stuff. My family's been slowly finding them, as they have, we've been over there more and more lately. But none of them are, digital. So it's hard for me to, order them. Eventually I would like to, but I gotta, that's gonna take some time and some work to get them to where I can order some. But this one I had digital. my mom was very much a daddy's girl, so I know that she will really like this. She'll probably cry, and then she'll probably say, why is it so big? Because you have to go big to get detail. This is from Evermoment. I figured for something that I was giving away as a gift and something that was so important, I would try out an Evermoment custom. So this was my first, I think this was my first Evermoment custom, but maybe that's a lie. I can't remember. But of course it came perfectly. However, everyone always talks about how Evermoment's drills are perfection and there's absolutely nothing wrong with them, which is very true to a point. They don't clump. You can see them in here. They don't clump, which is amazing. Like, it's very rare to see one clumped. I've been doing a couple Evermoments, you know, within the last 2 months, so I figure I have enough basis to actually have an opinion on it. They don't hardly clump. However, there are some that are trash, like broken. Some of them are broken in half, which is completely fine. Like, I don't know how one company would have absolutely perfect drills. And honestly, in my mind, the drills are the least of my worry, because usually, in my experience, I always have enough drills. Always. And maybe that I'm just lucky because I bought from good stores, but I've never run out of drills. I thought I did on my Little Mermaid piece, but then when I finished, after I used a different color, I only had, like, you know, less than 15 drills left, and I picked a different color red, and you honestly can't tell. I found the extra drills that I was missing. So I've never run out, and I am not one of those people that, like, I don't care if I have a faulty drill in my diamond painting, as long as it sticks and from a distance you cannot tell there's something wrong with it. So I don't mind. The drills aren't my big issue. My canvas is jacked up. Yes, I have an issue with that. And I've had my fair share of jacked up canvases. Evermoment isn't, like, it's refreshing. You know what I mean? It's like, it's nice to actually not have to worry about anything, because you know your canvas is going to be perfect. Your drills are going to be pretty darn freaking perfect. You're not going to have to worry about anything. It is expensive as all get out. Like, way more than I would ever happily pay for something like this. However, I have ordered several lately. I think I have 7 Evermoments now, and all but one of them is a custom, I think. I may have 2 that are not customs, but I don't know, I've just kind of gotten, I'm not buying hardly nearly as many diamond paintings as I was. Now they are, like, I have a purpose for them because I just have so many in my stash. Like the fun ones that I just want to do for me just because they're fun. And maybe I'm not going to hang them up, but I just want to do them because I think they're cool. But now the ones I'm buying, you know, there's a purpose. There's a gift. I have a place for it, you know, and they've, you know, there's hardly, like, I've gotten in the last 3 weeks, I think I've gotten like 3 diamond paintings when I was getting them like every other day and like 4 a day. a ridiculous amount, so that has definitely stopped. But I got caught up in the being new to diamond painting and wanting them all. I needed them all. And I don't necessarily regret it because it's something I love doing, and it's something that makes me happy and calms me down, and I think they were worth every penny I've paid for them because it's a craft and it's a hobby and it's something that I enjoy doing. So I don't regret it. I just know, I'm just to the point where I know I have enough. I don't need any more unless there's a reason behind them. So that is, I don't even know how I got on that tangent, but that's that. Other than that, nothing has really been up with me other than I've been busy at work, and I feel like I'm so out of the loop in the diamond painting community these days. I am using the, so I used the pink wax on my first, I don't know, 4 diamond paintings. Then I switched over to the blue tack, whatever it's called, blue fun tack. Then I saw people using this, and I thought, I'm gonna try this. So this is Instant Tacky from Aleene's. Ordered it on Amazon, and I think I'm loving it. I personally think it's better than the blue tack even, and I love the blue tack. So that's what I've been using for, I don't know, probably a month now, and I haven't changed back yet. I think it lasts longer than the blue tack. I can reuse it, like I can take it out and like flip it around and reuse it more than I could the blue tack. I think it is stickier, it stays stickier. The problem with anything that we're using is some of these drills come with like residue on them, especially the dark colors. I've noticed it more in the dark colors, and maybe it's just because I can see it in the dark colors, but my tip will get, and you can kind of, let me see if I can show you. This is really dark, isn't it? Of course it is, Christina. What are you doing? Yeah, you're not going to be able to see that. Anyway, you can see like black stuff build up on the tip, especially because this one's white. So, the cat is running down the hall. You can just slowly see it build up, and these are white. These are 3865, so they're off-white, I guess. But they have dirt on them or residue or something, and so your stuff slowly becomes full of that and then doesn't stick as well. So I do replace my stuff, but not nearly as much as I was with the pink wax. I don't think I'll ever go back to the pink wax unless I just like have an emergency and need something, or forget, like I run out or forget to bring these or the blue tack or whatever. But it's definitely worth the $5 or whatever it is to go get this and try it. It's probably cheaper in stores. I ordered mine on Amazon, but it's just poster tack, for those of you who don't know. It's just poster tack, like that sticky tack that your teachers, like when you were a kid and your teachers hung up posters. It's that. And a whole package of it will last you forever because you use such a small amount in this little tiny tip. I'm actually using a big hunk of it right now on the back leg of my tripod because my camera is heavier than the tripod and it wants to tilt forward. So it's being weighted down by sticky tack. which is kind of funny, but hey, it's multi-purposeful. So I don't know, I don't have a lot to talk about, and I don't have my Kindle over here to do a tag. So I'm just going to randomly talk. It's going to be so good. I'm going to ramble. I'm going to randomly talk, which means I'm going to ramble. So hopefully you don't mind. The big AliExpress sale is happening Monday, I think it is. It starts the 27th, I want to say. I have my cart full now. Because I said that, I'm not going to buy everything. I'm going to see, because the prices are changing. Stores are jacking their prices up because they know, like, this person has this in their cart. So they jack the price up, so then you're not really technically getting as good of a deal as you thought you were. Because, if you've noticed, most of AliExpress's diamond paintings are always on sale. Like, they're always like 10% off, or 20% off, or 30% off, or 40% off. Because they just jack up the price so it looks like you're getting a good deal. So they're always, at least the stores I shop at, they're always technically on sale. So this sale that is coming up is just a little bit more. Like, some of them right now are like 40% off already. But when the sale starts, it's going to 45% off. So yeah, you're getting a little bit more money off. But, you know, I don't know. If it's, to me, it's not something to jump about. However, the customs, usually are more discounted than the actual paintings in the store. I know Huican has several options for customs. Like, they have several squares and they have several rounds. But when I go, I look for the one that's the most discounted. And I know there's one that's going to be like 60-something% discounted. So that's the one I'm gonna use. Pay attention. Go look at their, like, type in custom on the Huican page and find the one that has the biggest discount and use that one when you buy your customs. I have been sending them. They've been very slow to respond all week to my, I only sent them like 4 pictures, and I sent them more than that in the past. But she's only sending me back like the last one I sent her. So, I don't know. I finally got one of them. It's taken like 4 days to get one of them to the size that I'm happy with. And so hopefully she'll respond and we'll get the rest of them done. And I probably will order, I'm gonna guess like 4 Huican customs. I have a custom that I want to get from the Dathan store. I've shopped from them before. I have unboxings from them. Dathan. I am ordering a giant canvas from them. It's $110. It is a 70 by 200, which is ridiculously big. It's going to be one that I just slowly work on. It is the Disney Villains. It is a giant, skinny, horizontal Disney Villains, and it kind of looks like they're outside and like around a big, like witches, like a brew pot, like a witch's brew pot. But I sent it to Evermoment, I sent it to Huican, and I sent it to Dathan, I think, were the 3 I sent it to. Evermoment offered, I think it was, one of them like went up to $170, and then the one that she highly recommended, where you could actually like see their faces really clearly, was $310 long. And I was like, and it was going to be over $200 to buy. And I was like, I don't want it that bad, you know. This was just for fun. I don't have wall space. Can you imagine hanging something that's 300 long? Holy Hannah Montana. I don't have wall space for something that big. So I was like, yes, it looked amazing. But Hua Can, I don't even know if she ever responded to me, to be honest. Maybe that's one she just never responded to. But Dafin sent me 3 options, I think. And one of them was the same size as one of the Ever Moments. And the Ever Moment I thought was a little fuzzy. And I didn't want something. I wanted it from a distance, you to be able to tell what it is. And yeah, you could tell what it is, but I wanted to somewhat see their faces. Like Madam Mim is on there. And she's not on very much stuff, so I wanted to see her face. And I just felt like you couldn't really in the Ever Moment one, which is surprising. But in the Dafin one, the 70 by 200, I thought it looked way clearer. Enough that I'm going to take a chance and order it. So I'm going to have this giant diamond painting. It was $110. However, when the sale goes on, those aren't on sale. Like the customs from Dafin aren't on sale. But AliExpress has been holding all these select coupons that we can get with our coins. It's been holding them, and we are not allowed to use, like, we can't use them. You can't check out right now and use your coupon. At least it won't let me do it. They're holding them until the sale. And if you, underneath in your cart, it'll tell you, like, you can use a $2 or up to $6 off every $15 spent, or $30 spent, or something like that. So if you calculate, you know, how many $30 will go into my 110, how many times, and I can calculate it off. I'm actually getting that. I don't remember what it is because it's been a couple days since I looked at it, but I'm going to actually get that custom for like 90 something, which, yeah, that's still a lot of money, but it's not 110. I'll take a deal when I can get a deal. Anyway, so I have noticed that prices are going up, so my plan is to wait until the 27th, which is a Monday, which I wish it was on the weekend, but it's a Monday, and I will go through and see which ones I think are still good deals and which ones I want the most. So I'll, 1, sort it by actual good deals, and 2, by which ones I want the most. And then I'll just order a handful. But I am gonna set myself to a budget, because one of the things that is taking up all my time lately is I'm trying to buy a house for the first time. So I'm trying to get like my financial stuff all together, you know, slowly get stuff for a house, because when you buy a house and you own nothing, it's like, I guess I'll live with cardboard boxes as furniture because I don't have anything. Because I live, and you guys probably don't care, but I live with my family, and yes, I know that's abnormal for a 34-year-old, but my family and I, like, my parents are my best friends, and it's not a weird situation. And why I've been paying off student loans and medical debt from when I was sick several years ago. So even though I have like a really decent job, it's helped me save money, basically. So in my mind, I'd rather be financially smart than throw money into a rental that I'm not getting anything out of other than my own privacy. So that's just been my life decision. Not married, don't have kids, so to me it's not a big deal. But I am to the point where I would like my own space. So I am going to, if by my calculations I should have everything, my goal is to have everything ready to really get serious in the looking process around January of 2019. So I am working with someone at the bank and all that stuff, so that's been taking up a lot of my time, and that's also, you know, trying to save every last little penny. Of, you know, I'm not being like strict on a budget, not buying anything I want, but also not just going crazy for no reason either. Because I want to get something semi-nice for myself. I would like to have 2 or 3 bedrooms. Nothing big. This is probably going to be a small starter house, but I would like to have at least 2 bedrooms so I can have a craft room and a bedroom, and then it would be amazing if I could have a third one to have a guest bedroom as well, but that's not a necessity. Yeah, so that's basically what my focus has been for the last month or so. So that's my thoughts on the upcoming AliExpress sale and what has been going on in my life. Work has been ridiculously busy lately. I work at a winery and a brewery, and harvest started, was it last week? Yeah, not this past week, but the week before that, harvest started in the vineyards. So it just becomes like kind of like a crazy busy time for us. There's just a lot of extra things that, plus we're gearing up for next year's releases, and it's just, there's just a lot of stuff. So hopefully that dies down a little bit. I'm trying to do the checkerboard method here, but it's the colors kind of like sprinkled down, and then it gets more solid down here, so it's kind of hard until you get to the more solid stuff to do a consistent checkerboard. That's why I'm randomly sticking diamonds places, if you were wondering. So that is an update on work. Nothing super exciting, just lots of stuff to do. I don't know. I live a pretty boring life. Pretty boring. Nothing too crazy. I don't know. That's all there is. I've been considering, I haven't in a while just because I've kind of put myself in my career first in the last several years. I did have a short relationship, started at the end of end of 17, and then ended in like February, March of 18. It was like 6 months. I don't know. It was just dating and it just didn't work out. We were different people and it wasn't going to work out, so why waste both of our time? He was a nice guy, just not the guy for me. So I haven't, like, focused. Dating has never been a huge priority for me because I wanted to get somewhat of a solid career. And I have been in some not great relationships. So after some pretty bad ones, I decided that I needed to focus on myself and find what I was actually looking for, because for some reason I'm attracting the wrong people. So then I just kind of got comfortable in that and have been single for way too long. So I've been thinking about joining a dating site lately, but I don't know. That comes with like so much stuff that it almost becomes a second job of trying to find these people and then put effort into getting to know these people, and then most of the time they turn out to be like not worth your time. I don't know. I just wish I had some single friends that had single friends, and it would make it easier. But so if any of you have single brothers or family members, I'm just kidding, but I just need someone to find someone that's perfect for me, so I don't have to worry about it. And then you have like the whole thing of like, if you do fall for someone and then things don't work out, then you have that heartache, and I've been hurt before, and do I want to go through that again? I don't know. I do feel like I want to be someone who gets married. I always wanted a family, but as I've gotten older, I've also become comfortable with, I'm okay if I never have a family. I do want to get married. I'm not okay with not getting married. But the kids thing, I'm at a point in my life where I'm okay if I don't have kids. Doesn't mean I don't like kids. I just, I'm 34. If I don't have kids now, the likelihood of me having them is going down, and I'm honestly fine with it. But I would like to, be in love and get married and all that stuff. But I'm also semi-picky. One, because I have like done that soul searching in the past however many years, and know what I want and what I think I deserve in a guy. And I don't want to settle, because I feel like settling is what has I've done wrong in the past, which has been one of the reasons why I've attracted the wrong guys. I've dated some true doozies of guys. I've had how many? 3, 4 serious relationships in my life. One was right out of high school. My cousin set me up with him. He was going to the university in my town, and we dated for over a year. Had a breakup in the middle, but it only lasted for like 3 weeks, and then we were back together. I don't know, I would call that like young love, I guess. I didn't have a boyfriend when I was in high school. I was that painfully shy weirdo that didn't have relationships. Then after him, I met a guy online when I was 22, 21, 22, something like that. He lived in London. I didn't meet him. I honestly can't remember how I met him. I want to say I met him through a friend online, but I don't remember. He was probably my one true love that didn't work out. He was an amazing guy. Came over here several times. I was in college. He was, didn't go to college. He had a really good career over there. Made really good money. And was able to travel over here. He would stay for a week or, I don't remember if it was longer than a week, but anyway, we had really good visits when he was here. My family loved him. I was completely wrapped up in him. He was completely wrapped up in me. And for some reason, I wasn't I don't know if like the thought of being in that serious of a relationship at that age freaked me out. I want to say that's what happened, because I'm not a mean person, but for some reason I was not like the best girlfriend to him. I think it was just like we were getting serious so quickly that the thought just freaked me out for some reason. So after his second or third visit, we were planning on him coming down for Christmas, and he was going to spend Christmas with my family. And he told me, well, I'm going to propose to you at Christmas time. And I guess that just like set off I don't know. I had a lot of back then it was what, 2004, 2005. It wasn't as normal to date online that it is now. I had a lot of family members, not close family members, but distant family members telling me that I was dumb for looking for someone online when I can just, go out and find someone the normal way. So I just one, I let people, those people get to me, and I was like, maybe this is dumb, that kind of thing. And two, I think I got freaked out by being married at 22 years old. So I told him we needed a break. And we took a break. We still kept in contact. I think I know I probably broke his heart. And honestly, I broke my own heart, but in the time, I didn't think I did. I thought I was doing the right thing. And eventually, not right off the bat, I did not cheat on him at all. Eventually, I met someone, and we started slowly dating, and I got completely absorbed in that relationship, and he moved on, and eventually married the girl he moved on with. So that's that. And the guy I moved on with was a royal jerk. And I was so wrapped up in love with him. What I thought was in love with him. Now I realize I was never in love with him. He was the worst of the worst. He cheated on me. He was mean to me. He was emotionally abusive to me. He was the worst. And I dated him for off and on because Lord knows we never stayed on. We were always off because he always did something because he was an idiot. For a long time, I was with him for a long time, to the point where my mother thought I was going to marry him, and that made her sad, because they saw it, like my family saw how, like, he just wasn't a good guy. Anyway, so I dated him. He was the one that probably, like, emotionally wrecked me enough that I was like, I'm not going to date for a long time because I need to figure out what I want and what's wrong with me that I'm attracting these guys. And then I had, you know, short little on and off relationships with, again, not great guys. But after 2000, I don't even know what year it was, I decided I was done dating these guys. And I was single for a long time. And then in the last 2 years, I've had 2 short relationships. They were good guys. They weren't the guys for me. And so I've been single since February, late February. And now I'm getting to the point where I am kind of lonely. And I would love to find a decent, nice sweetheart of a guy who is funny and is just a decent, good, actual good person. And that's what I want. So if you know someone, let me know. So I haven't jumped into anything, but I've been thinking about it. I just don't know what dating site I would want to use. Because to be honest, distance isn't really, like, I am one of those people, and I've always been one of those people, before online dating was even a thing in my mind. Who's to say that your perfect person is close to you? You know what I mean? Out of all the people in the world, who's to say that my soulmate is within a 50-mile range that I'm going to bump into at some point in my life? You know what I mean? What if my true soulmate is out there and, you know, I don't know. I just feel like, why limit ourselves? I know that your person that you're meant to be with will find you eventually, but I don't know. I just feel like I'm limiting myself to only looking at local people. Maybe he's an hour away. Maybe he's, you never know. Maybe he's going to move here in 10 years, but I don't know. Anyway, it doesn't make sense. So ignore my trying to make sense of it. And I'm one of those people, I have vacation time every year that I can travel, and I have enough money that I can travel. I live a comfortable enough life that I don't have to worry about that. So distance isn't a thing for me. Now, I'm not going to jump at the fact of having a across the pond relationship again. That was just like a one-time thing. That kind of distance is really hard, and 2 people have to be like, go into that completely open-minded about it, because you can't see each other. And I'm one of those people that like quality time together. Like, quality time is one of my love languages. So it's hard to have quality time with someone that you only see like every couple months or something. Anyway, that's what I think about that. I don't know why we got on that topic. Lord. Just something that's been on my mind lately. Don't know what will happen with it, but it's out there. I threw it out there. Now we'll see what happens. This painting is kind of doing this top section. It'll get better once I get done with this top white part, but it's kind of boring doing all the same color. And yes, I'm doing really big sections, but if I get 2 sections done in one day, yes, I spend a lot of time diamond painting that day, but otherwise I feel like it's going to take me forever to do this painting because it's a 60 by 80. It's really big, and I want to get it done so I can move on to something else that I want to do, and it's a Christmas present, so that'll secure in my mind and I don't have to worry about it, that it's done and I can move on to something else. So that's my goal, is when I at least get one big section done, but I would love to get the 2. If I can do that, 2 sections a day, I think by my calculations it will take me 18 days and I'll be done with this. Now, that's 18 days total, not... I obviously don't do this daily, so it's taken me so far 2 weekends. 2 weekends, and I've gotten, no, 1 weekend. Yes, 1 weekend, because 1 weekend I did both these sections, and then not one weekend. Saturday I did both these sections, Sunday I did both these sections. I am home from work today, so I am able to do this. Normally I would not be able to do this on a Friday, but so I'm hoping I can get 3. This section, I start my grandpa's face here, and then hopefully another section this weekend. Then I'll have almost a third of this done, which would be amazing. Because I have so many that I want to do, that I have, and I got in some really cool ones yesterday from Evermoment. I don't know, I finally settled on my voice is getting all gravelly. I finally settled on, excuse me, on a Harry Potter picture that I liked. Found one that didn't have any claims to copyright on it. I went back and spent like 3 days trying to make sure I couldn't find, you know, the person who originally made it, and I couldn't find it for the life of me. So that is what I actually have 2. I have an image from like promo stuff, and then I have that one that I, you know, spent forever on. But one of them I got from Evermoment, and it's the one from the movie, like the promo. And it is big. I cannot remember how big it is, but I want to say like I think it's either 100 or 120. It's big. It's a big boy. But it's really pretty. It's got blues in it, and it's got Ron, Hermione, and Harry in it. And I just really liked it. So that's the one I picked, and I really want to do it. I really want to work on it. But I have so many of these diamond paintings that I've started, and I'm like halfway or quarter of the way done, and I would like to finish a couple of them up before I start another new one, you know what I mean? So after I finish this one, I think that is going to be my plan. I'm going to try and finish 2 of them, and after I finish 2 of them, which shouldn't take me too long because I have some that are getting pretty close, then I'll give myself permission to start my Harry Potter one from Evermoment. I don't think I have any more that I'm going to do for Christmas. I was going to get my sister-in-law one, and I actually have it, but once I got it, I kind of fell in love with it, and I don't want to give it away. So, plus I don't know if she would be one to like thoroughly appreciate what it was, nor it's big too. It's 160 by 100, I think. I don't know that she would have a place for it. So I decided that if I was going to get her a diamond painting and do it for Christmas, then I would get something smaller than that. But I haven't found anything that, you know, screams her, so. But I think my mom will really like this, and I can see her hanging it up. Even though it's going to be big, I think it's going to look really cool. I really like the way my grandma's little like veil hat and her hair looks. You can tell, not up close you can't, but when from a distance, like when you stand back, you can tell, you can see the definition of her hair being curled, which is awesome because it's an old picture, so it's yellowed, and it's from, they got married in 1951, so it's from, yeah, the early 50s, so it's really old. I just think it's turning out for those reasons. I was scared a little bit of how it was going to turn out, but I've been very happy with it so far. I think it's going to look awesome. The colors, I think, look good. You can see up here, there's some like yellows in with the creams, and then there's actually some really light grays. And that's because the picture itself was yellowed, so those pictures pulled when they scanned it in, or those colors pulled. But that's okay. I think it'll have a really cool effect on the whole thing when it's done. I'm excited to see it. I'm really excited to get to their eyes, to see how much definition is in their eyes. Their heads are pretty big, so I am hoping that it's going to be amazing. And my grandparents were really attractive people when they were younger. Not that they weren't as they got older. I, of course, think they were adorable, but, you know. But my grandma, when she was younger, my grandpa was always obsessed with Judy Garland. His favorite movie was Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and he would always say that his favorite actress, singer, was Judy Garland before she went to pot. That's what he would always say. Because, you know, she got caught up in the drugs. And I guess he didn't care for her after she did all that. But he loves Somewhere Over the Rainbow. That was his favorite song. We played it at his funeral. He loved that movie. And I always, you know, I knew that. And then after he died, I actually have this picture, not the original one, but a copy of this picture hanging in my office at work. And so I see it all the time. And one day it just hit me. My grandma looks like Judy Garland. I never noticed it until that day. And then I said something to someone else, and I said, I feel like my grandma looks like Judy Garland in that movie. And they were like, oh, she does. And so, you know, several people have also commented on that. And I'm like, no wonder my grandpa liked my grandma so much, because she looks like his favorite movie star. Or I don't know, when did Wizard of Oz come out? Maybe because my grandparents knew each other when they were kids and teenagers. They were high school sweethearts. They actually lived, their parents lived, their two farms were right down the road from each other, so he was He always said he was best friends with my grandma's brother, but really I think he just was friends with him so he could come see my grandma. But anyway, I just think the picture is going to be cool. I'm excited to see it when it's done. And then I'll be even more excited on Christmas morning when actually it'll probably be Christmas Eve, because that's usually when we open things as a family. My brother and his family come over. I'll be excited to have her open it and see it. So that is that. There is no diamond on there. If there have been new diamond painting YouTubers who joined our community, because I've been so out of it, like for a month it seems, and I have missed them, tell me who they are. Tell me who you're loving watching, and so I can make sure that I have them. There are several people that I watch. I watch Abstract Crafter, Gone Off My Meds. I haven't been able to catch up on her videos. She's next on my list. I'm slowly making my way through people. So I'll probably get to her today, hopefully. Anyway, I watched Diamond Painting by Donnie, Gone Off My Meds, Abstract Crafter, Everything Gwenny, Preschool Teacher Addicted to Diamond Painting, which is Megan, Ella, Kicking Cancer's Butt in Diamond Painting, Jennifer Roberts, which is, I am horrible at her name. Somehow my checkerboarding is off here, so now I have to fix it. It's Diamond Painting Addictions or something like that, or Addicted to Diamond Painting. I don't know. I feel like I always get it wrong. But I think her YouTube channel is Jennifer Roberts. Who else? Isabel's Moments. I haven't caught up with her videos either. Fancy Nancy Diamond Painting. Oh, I have a new obsession. I want to say her name is GB Maltese, but her name's Grace. I really like her. I love to hear her talk. She reminds me of, she used to be a school teacher, which is probably why. But before I even knew that, she reminds me of, my favorite teachers when I was young. And, how they just kind of calmed me because I loved them so much. That's what she kind of does for me. She just reminds me of, I don't know. You just, you can't help but love her. She just is, sweet, and her voice is calming, and I don't know. I really like her. Who else do I watch? I haven't been able to watch any of Red Rose's stuff lately, so I need to catch up on her. I did watch, I think I'm caught up on Stitcherista. I still have a little bit to go on Ginger Gerald Stitcher, or whatever his name is. I watched one of his paint with me's last night before I fell asleep. Who else? Who am I missing? I feel like I'm missing people. I really am enjoying Everything Gwenny's channel. She's a relatively new, not really new, but kind of new YouTuber to me. And I think I have watched pretty much all of her videos. I may still have a couple to go. But I really like her. I know I'm forgetting someone. Oh, Jess. I really am enjoying Jess's videos. Jess S. I don't know. So if I didn't list someone, I'm sure I forgot some people, but just because my mind has been so removed from the diamond painting community. But if I didn't list someone and you watch them or you make videos yourself, tell me down below, because I love adding new people to my watch list. I've been using this orange tray while I do this one, and I think I still like my big white tray, this one, the most. One, because it's so much easier to pour out of that one. I basically have to pour this one into that one to put it back in my container. But when I'm doing these light colors, it's hard for me to see them on the white tray. So it is easier for me, and I noticed that I've been quicker with this orange tray. So that's why I'm using it. But I still am an avid large white tray girl. I really like my large white tray. I did get this new light here. I don't know, I think you guys can see it. Can you see it? Yes? No? It looks like... No, you definitely cannot. It looks like that it is by E-Tech City. E-T-E-K City. But what's cool about it is you can, like, it has 3 adjustments. Let me turn on. There we go. You can turn it colors, like your base. It has like a color wheel. Isn't that cool? Yeah, it's cool. It was like less than 20 bucks off of Amazon. And it's been a good little light. I quite enjoy it. Definitely would recommend it for a little table lamp. I'm loving my A3 size light pad. I also got it on Amazon. It was about 50 bucks, I think, but I think it is well worth it for the bigger size, and the quality of this one is really good. It is a little bit of an investment at 50 bucks, but like I said, I think it's worth it for me. The connection, it has the little dongle hanging off of it so you don't connect it right to the light pad. It's just, I don't know, I really think that the quality is really good, especially from ones I've seen in people's videos, and then my little one that I have. My little one I have is really good too, but my first little one, it connected straight to the light pad, and it was crap. So, definitely, if you're going to buy a light pad, I recommend having that little dongle cord thing that comes off of the light pad, and that's where you connect the wall plug to, because I just know that the quality of those seem to be far superior than the ones that the little connector plugs right into the light pad itself. Those seem to be crap, in my opinion, and from what I've heard of others too. So, there's been a lot of Huacan slamming, I've noticed, in the Facebook groups lately, which kind of makes my heart sad, and a lot of times I have to bite my tongue because I'm not one to stir up drama. But I still really love Huican, and I think for their price point is like some of the cheapest I've seen no matter what. But the quality you get for that price point, I still love them. But I've seen a lot of negatives about them and people warning other people from using them, which makes me sad. But yeah, I don't know. They've always been, their customer service has always been really good to me. If I've ever had any issues, they've taken care of it right away. I had one about a month or so ago that arrived here, and the bag of diamonds, like the big bag of diamonds, had busted, and then several of the bags inside there had busted, and I had loose diamonds everywhere. It was a disaster. Several different colors. Couldn't tell how many I had lost because I didn't know. So I contacted them. I haven't gotten them yet, but I know when you get replacement diamonds, they're slower because they don't put them in that fast mail. They sent me out brand new diamonds all the way across the board for the whole painting. And then I had one about a week after that had 2 bags. It was 50 colors, and 2 of the 50 colors were oily. So I sent them pictures, and they, no questions asked, said they would send me replacements for those 2 colors. And yeah, those are the only issues I've ever had with Huican. Everything else has been almost perfect all the way across the board. So, and I have noticed that, sorry, my mouth is dry. There are a lot of like sub shops on AliExpress. Like there's Huican official store, but there's other stores that have all of Huican's products in them. Like it has the Huican paper. This paper has the cut the same way, their beads or their drills are done the same exact way. So there's like sub shops off of companies. I know like Zooey Star and Zuya have a ton. But I've started picking out the Huican ones, and I think the biggest Huican sub shop is AZQSD. I have a couple of their paintings. I've actually got a couple customs from them. Really good. They actually come with an inventory sheet. So they're a little pricier than Huican is. Not ridiculous. But if you love Huican but don't like Huican doesn't have an inventory sheet, that AZQSD store does come with inventory sheets. So, Evershine is Huican stuff. There's another one, and I can't think of it right now, that I've also ordered from, and it showed up like Huican. There's actually several. Some will come with not the Huican paper, but their diamonds are done the exact same way Huican does. So anyway, I thought that was interesting that I've slowly been able to pick out the Huican-like shops. Yeah. I haven't found any like new stores that I really love because I honestly haven't been buying any. Yeah. I've seen some really cute ones other people are doing both on Facebook and on YouTube that make me want to go and buy some, but I'm being strong, holding to my guns, or sticking to my guns, whatever. And I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to break. Plus I have enough diamond paintings to work on for probably 3 years. I'm really liking this pen. I kind of want to contact that Etsy seller and ask her if she'd make another one. Or where she got the pen, and then I could just make one myself, but I'm enjoying it quite a bit. I don't know what to talk about. I did have to block my first person from my channel about a month ago because this person has been repeatedly leaving what I think are rude, negative comments on my channel. I've just been deleting them, but she finally left one that just pushed me over the edge and I blocked her from commenting. I don't think I can block her from my channel, or maybe I just haven't figured out how, but I did block her from commenting, so she's not allowed to anymore. She just, I feel like, I don't know, her comments kind of come across as bipolar. Like at one point she's like, oh, I love this, and I love your painting, and I love this video, and then the next comment I got was, you're so negative, you need to give things a chance and stop complaining and grow up and stop being negative. No one likes negatives, and like on and on and on about how it's just like I was the worst person ever. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of seeing your negative in my comments, so I took care of it. And I don't feel like I am super negative, except for when I have a canvas that comes and it is badly damaged, or I'm like not impressed with the quality, or I find something wrong, I feel like I have every right to have my opinion and be upset in that moment that I paid money and waited a long time for this thing to show up, and then it shows up like that. You know what I mean? So I don't feel like my normal sit down is like negative, negative, negative. It's just, I'm not going to be one of those people that is like, it's okay if my canvas has 20 bubbles and my diamonds will never lay flat no matter what, or I have to go out and buy all new drills and spend my own money. Like, I'm not going to be that person that's like, I'm happy no matter what. I'm not pissed. I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. And in that moment, I'm going to say, I'm not happy about this, or I'm, you know, not looking forward to this, or this is not good. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I don't know. I just feel like, and even if I was, and I've heard some other people do the same thing, so I don't feel like I'm being abnormal in that capacity. Like Abstract Crafter, she's had some really bad luck with canvases and orders. I just, like, I don't know. I know she would understand me, but I don't know. But then that person's like, you're so negative. It's not fun to watch you. No one likes a negative person. But she's being negative about me. You know what I mean? Like, you're fighting negative with negative. That doesn't make sense. To removing myself from the situation and looking at an outside person. Why would you talk about how negative someone is being negative about them. You know what I mean? Two wrongs do not make a right. But anyway, I blocked her. Which, if that was you, and I do think she's from another country. I don't think she's from the United States. So maybe she has trouble getting her English to mean what she's trying to say. But I just got tired of it. I don't have to have that in my life. So she got blocked. Yeah. I feel bad now I'm talking about it. I feel bad for blocking her, but then, I don't know. I feel like sometimes you just have to stand up and be like, enough is enough. You know? And the last video that she commented on wasn't even that negative at all. Like, I don't even know why. Maybe it's just a cultural language barrier issue, but that's okay. It's done and over with. Move on. Have you guys, so you guys know I'm like an avid reader. Last week I read 5 books in a week. I read on my lunch breaks. I read before I go to bed at night. I found some really good books and blew through them. It was actually 4 books were in a series, and then one was of a series that the author sends me arcs of her books in that series, and it was the last book in the series, and I had read all the other ones, so I of course wanted to read that one, so I blew through that one too. So anyway, have you seen, I've never read these books. Excuse me. I do own them, but I haven't read them yet. It's a Netflix movie called To All the Boys I've Loved Before, or something like that. I watched that last weekend. It's on Netflix. I think they're actually going to do all 3 movies for all 3 books, which will be interesting. But that movie was so freaking cute, and that guy in that movie kind of made me fall in love with him, even though he's probably like 15 years younger than I am. I don't know how old he is, but it was so good. Didn't go in like with, I guess I just kind of went in with neutral, like, anticipations of what was going to happen. And I came out and I was like, that was the cutest little movie I've ever seen. There's another one on Netflix called When We First Met that has, I can't think of his name, but the guy from Pitch Perfect, Rebel Wilson's boyfriend in Pitch Perfect. It's When We First Met, and it has him in that movie, and that movie is really freaking cute too. So I highly recommend you watch both of them. When I get down, I finish up this little section here, I will end the video. But if you guys have seen any cute movies lately, let me know, because I like to have something playing in the background while I diamond paint, just to listen to. Although when it's new stuff, it's kind of hard to just listen to it. You kind of want to watch it within, that distracts you from diamond painting, but that's okay. You know what? You are spending your time doing something that makes you happy, and if you want to watch a movie and take breaks and diamond paint, and that is your happiness, then that's what you do. I honestly haven't watched, I've kind of gotten to the point where I'm not watching hardly any TV. Criminal Minds is not, and maybe it's come back, but last time I checked a couple weeks ago, I didn't have any on my DVR. I do keep up with that one when it's on, just because I love that show. But it hasn't been on, and I haven't watched any of the others. Anything else I record on TV, I just haven't watched it because my TV has been staying on Roku lately because I watch YouTube on my TV, and then when I finish with YouTube, I go to Netflix or Hulu or wherever. So that's that. But if you have any good shows or movies that I should watch, let me know. And I'm excited to, I didn't go to the movie theater and see the new Jurassic Park movie, Jurassic World movie, whatever. The Jurassic Park movies are my favorite movies ever, and I loved Jurassic World, but I was just too busy and didn't get to the theater to see it, so I have it pre-ordered through Amazon. So I'm excited when it releases. I think it releases like September 18th or something. So I'm excited to see that one. I always think like, I'm going to watch so many movies today or whatever, and I just get too busy and I don't get it done. Such is life. Wouldn't it be nice if we just had like unlimited supply of money, didn't have to work, we could do whatever we wanted, and like time didn't like rush us to do other stuff. We'd probably get bored, but it would be nice for a while at least. Maybe I just need to win the lottery, because that's easy and everything. Yep. I feel like I'm very boring. I don't know what to talk about, which means I'm not talking, and then me not talking is probably even more boring, because you're just sitting here listening to me not say a darn word. But I don't know what to say. Like I don't have any, like, my life has been so boring the last couple weeks, so nothing good has, like, nothing exciting has happened to talk about. So there's that. I'm excited about getting a craft room to where I can spread out all my stuff and not have everything like crammed into the corner of my bedroom. So that's basically, yeah, it goes back to me focusing on getting a house, but that's just where my mind's been lately. So exciting things. This is exciting. When I do get a house and move in and all that, so it probably won't be till February, March time frame. By the time I find one and we go through all the, you know, stuff of buying a house. But I get to decorate a craft room and set it up, and then I can give you guys a tour, and I can make more videos, and it'll be a great time all the way around. Boom. I did not sleep well last night. Okay, I'm going to end this video because I'm sure you're bored to death, and I'm going to try and wrap up this section and move on to this one. And I need to throw some new laundry in the washer, so it's time to say goodbye. I thank you all for watching. I hopefully will be back more into the swing of things and can make more videos and watch more of your guys' videos, because I have completely missed it so much more than you know. So say hi in the comment section, and thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later. Goodbye.